William Ruto loves to remind us of his humble beginnings, how he walked barefoot to school, how he sold chicken by the roadside, how poverty shaped him into the man he is today. But what if that childhood is now shaping Kenya's downfall?
Now, 62% of Kenyans are of the opinion that the country is moving in the wrong direction in 2025.
Behind every speech about hard work and hustling lies a deeper truth, one that's been quietly dictating every move that Ruto makes as president. A truth that explains why he's suddenly so desperate to align himself with Kenya's most powerful political families, the very same dynasties he once swore to destroy. This is not about politics anymore. This is about psychology. If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe, and feel free to support the channel via the Mpesa number on your screen. Now let's get to the video.
I couldn't believe that the son from Sugoi would one day be president of Kenya.
There's something called imposter syndrome. It's the feeling that you don't really belong, even when you've made it. Like you're pretending to be someone great, but deep down, you fear you will be exposed as fraud. And if you've been listening closely to Ruto over the years, that fear has always been there. From his constant need to remind Kenyans that he came from poverty, to his obsession with being recognized by the very elites he once envied.
I was not born into privilege or wealth. I walked barefoot to school. I sold chicken by the roadside.
It's clear Ruto's story isn't just political, it's personal. He is a man haunted by his past.
Ruto was one of the people who were preparing tea and meals for Kenajirongo. And he used to bring the food, and for the YK92 that is, and before people start eating, he would pray.
Let's go back to early 90s, the YK92. That's where a young, ambitious William Ruto first entered the world of power and money. And at the time, one name ruled over everything: Moi. Ruto saw Gideon Moi, the son of the president, living the kind of life he could only dream of. Private schools, elite friends, armed escorts, wealth beyond imagination. Meanwhile, Ruto was hustling his way through the muddy roads of Kamagut.
And I was really the underdog, and people didn't know me. We didn't have a history of any leadership in our family. I felt I hadn't been treated well.
For decades, that image stayed with him. The Prince of Kabarak versus the hustler from Sugoi. And now, that years later, the tables have turned.
Had I declared then that I would one day be the president of Kenya, many would have dismissed it as a folly. Yet, here we stand today.
Ruto is president and Gideon is powerless. And the moment he met Gideon Moi again, not as a servant, but as the man in charge, you could almost feel Ruto's inner child smiling.
Mumesikia hiyo maneno ama bado haijafika huko kwenu? Imefika? Na mbona hamsemi?
But that smile comes at a cost. Our cost.
Fellow Kenyans, politicians hate you. Your politicians hate you to the core. They don't even pretend to care or show respect. And I feel very sorry for the people of Baringo because today they have experienced it firsthand.
Ruto calls it unity. But what really happened after meeting Gideon Moi is simple. Ruto needed Gideon Moi to drop out of the Baringo Senate race so that his own candidate could win easily.
Ananua kila mtu. Na huko kuna pesa. Huko kuna pesa. Watu wananunuliwa usiku na mchana.
Gideon agreed after a long meeting at State House.
Ni mamia wafuasi wa mwenyekiti wa chama cha KANU Gideon Moi wakiondoka kwa hamaki kutoka katika angatua ya Kabarnet, kaunti ya Baringo.
And anyone who's followed Kenyan politics knows there's no such thing as a free handshake. Gideon must have walked out with something big. A government deal, a promise, or a quiet protection.
Walitokea Kabarnet to support the son of their soil. Wakisema huko no Gidi, no elections. No Gidi, no elections. Gidi never showed up. Watu walishinda huko wakipigania mtu hata hana interest. Akaitwa for a closed door secret meeting at State House. na hiyo story ikaisha hivyo.
In the process, the people of Baringo lost their voice.
Hello William. Ni sisi William nasema. Kwani ulifanyia nini Gideon Moi tena mpaka akajitoa kwa hii mambo ya by election ya Baringo?
Ruto did not unite anyone. He simply made a trade, one that benefits his image, not his country.
William, tumeteseka kabisa kutoka asubuhi, tulikuwa tunangojea yeye akuje apeane makaratasi kwa IBC ndio aanze kutupea pesa. Sasa saa hii ni njaa kabisa hata mimi.
He's trying to heal an old wound by surrounding himself with those he used to envy. Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, Gideon Moi, the very dynasties he once attacked for ruining Kenya.
Kwa sababu alliance ni alliance. Mumepanga yenu ya wadosi, tumepanga yetu na hawa wa chini, tuheshimiane, wachana na matusi.
Now, he's shaking hands with them, smiling for the camera, calling it unity. But to him, it's more than politics, it's validation.
I don't know why he's always wanted the approval of the dynasties. Maybe he feels they're more superior or there is something they can add to his table. I don't know, but that is something that the president has always desired.
It's the boy who sold chicken finally being accepted by the kings.
Ruto's dream has been to acquire the dynasties and have them behind him. He wants to look on his shoulder, aone Raila, aone Uhuru, aone Gideon. Now he will know he's untouchable.
Here is the scary part. When validation becomes an addiction, you start making decisions not for the people, but for your own ego. And that's what is happening right now. Ruto's mission isn't about uniting Kenya. It's to prove that he's finally one of them. That the boy from Sugoi now sits above every dynasty that once looked down on him. He's done it with Moi, he's done it with Huru, and he's done it with Raila. So what is next? If you study his pattern, it's clear. Once Ruto feels validated, he destroys those he aligned with. He did it with Uhuru, he'll do it to Raila, and soon he'll do it to Moi. Because in Ruto's mind, the only way to truly heal his trauma is to become the only dynasty left standing. This is why Kenya keeps losing. Every time Ruto unites with a dynasty, it costs us something. Our democracy, our institutions, our dignity. These are not alliances built for the people. They are emotional transactions built on childhood scars. And the tragedy is, Kenya is paying the price for one man's need to prove himself. Ruto's childhood trauma isn't just his burden anymore. It's ours. Because when a man who still feels like a poor boy becomes president, the country becomes his therapy session. And we are all trapped in it. Subscribe.
Gideon Moi was in State House negotiating his own interest, not the people of Baringo's interest. So here you are, thinking that this person was going to represent you and the people of Baringo. He's going to go to Senate to represent you and the people of Baringo. Ole wako.
Watu walishinda huko wakipigania mtu hata hana interest. Yeye he went there, made a little noise, akagain attention ya mali alikuwa anataka ifike, akaitwa for a closed door secret meeting at State House. You should not be fighting for politicians. Wachaneni na politicians kabisa, because right now we don't have leaders. You can fight for a leader who wants to make a change. But right now, we only have politicians that only care about their interests and not the people.